We hear about all these different IT certifications, but what really separates a simple resume filler from a genuine career changer? Is there a single exam that can fundamentally alter your trajectory in the world of networking? Well, it turns out there might be, and it's called the CCNP 350到401 ENCOR.
That's right, the ENCOR exam isn't just another test. It's a 120-minute, high-stakes crucible that acts as the absolute core requirement for the CCNP Enterprise certification. And, since Cisco's big reform in 2020, it's also the qualifying ticket you need to even attempt the legendary CCIE Lab exam.
So, it's a massive two-for-one deal. It covers a lot of ground, right? I see 6 major domains, but it looks like infrastructure and security are the heavyweights, making up half the score.
Exactly, and that dual-threat nature is what makes it so valuable. This isn't your old-school networking exam. You're not just proving you can configure a router. You're demonstrating that you can handle a modern enterprise network, which means managing the transition to IPv6 and, crucially, embracing automation. These are the skills that literally keep global businesses from collapsing.
Got it. So, it's clearly the gold standard for career progression. But beyond the title, what does this certification actually do for your paycheck and your daily job hunt?
Well, the career benefits are immediate and substantial. Holding a CCNP Enterprise certification is like a global passport. It signals to recruiters everywhere that you can handle complex network investigations. And we're seeing a fascinating trend where huge organizations, think hospitals, massive manufacturers, are reversing the outsourcing trend. They're building bigger internal teams of certified experts to protect their own networks.
That's interesting. So they want the expertise in-house.
They do, and it's not just about having a title. It's about the very real salary potential that comes with it. In this economy, being a certified expert means you aren't just another IT person. You're a specialist who understands Cisco's specific, complex toolset. And that makes you incredibly valuable and much harder to replace.
That makes sense.
But here's the real aha moment for a lot of people. The CCNP has been around for over 20 years, but it stays relevant because the exam forces you to master modern concepts like software-defined networking and network programmability. Automation is no longer an advanced topic. It's a core pillar, weighted just as heavily as security. You're essentially future-proofing your career by becoming the person who designs and manages the automation, not the person who gets replaced by it.
Right, so you're moving from being the hands of the network to being the brain.
Precisely.
It's a powerful career move, no doubt. But with bilingual questions and a $100,000 price tag, the stakes are pretty high. How are people actually passing this thing on their first try?
Strategy is everything. You can't just read a book and hope for the best. That one-and-done goal is why specialized resources, like the ones from Spodo, have become so popular. They offer practice tests in a format called VCE that perfectly mimics the real exam environment.
I see. So you're practicing under real-world conditions, and they're claiming an average prep time of just 7 days. That sounds almost too good to be true.
I know. That 7-day window is incredible, but it makes perfect sense when you look at how it works. You're not just studying theory, you're practicing with the exact drag-and-drop questions and network simulations that you will see on exam day. All the questions and answers are verified by actual CCIE experts. It completely eliminates the panic factor that causes so many smart people to fail. You've already seen the hardest parts.
Exactly. It's about efficiency, not just effort. So, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Let's wrap this up with the big takeaways for anyone looking to level up their networking career.
Absolutely. If you remember anything, remember these 4 points. First, the 350 to 401 ENCOR exam is a dual-purpose certification. It's the core for both the CCNP Enterprise and the entry ticket to the CCIE Lab. Second, it demands a modern skill set. The focus is on infrastructure and security, but mastery of things like IPv6, VPNs, and especially network automation is non-negotiable. Third, the career return on investment is huge. It gives you access to high-tier roles and better salaries in stable sectors like healthcare and manufacturing. And finally, efficiency is key to passing. Using verified dumps and simulators can slash your preparation time down to just a week by letting you train in the real exam environment.